So you develop this survey, you launch the survey, you go out and get a bunch of responses. Then you go into the analysis and the
Yeah.
cleaning.
Yep.
Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, well, the two times I've had a chance to lead the analysis has been in very short windows of about 3 to 4 weeks of you have survey data, we have a launch date for the report, sprint. So there's a cleaning process, trying to find pretty much people who may have not taken the survey in good faith without screening people out who may have taken the survey in good faith. Not letting your hypotheses sneak into like, well, this person probably didn't try because these two answers couldn't possibly have been selected. So making sure the responses, the ratio of noise and signal, making sure it's more signal than noise, right? Then we go into an exploratory factor analysis is one of the first things we do after the data is cleaned. And the reason is an exploratory factor analysis, we don't input our idea of how these things should group together. So when we put all these questions into exploratory factor analysis, it sort of shows us how they group together without us providing much of an opinion on it, right? Confirmatory factor analysis is when we say, test if these four things group together. So our theory is driving the analysis. With the exploratory factor analysis, we can see if our theories naturally fall out of the data. We like to do that because we feel it's a kind of a higher bar. Because if you do a confirmatory, you can get a good fit a lot of times that makes you feel like your theory is right. But in reality, it's because you didn't test out all the other possible combinations of how this data could have looked. And that's what we go for the exploratory factor analysis. From there, if our theory is looking good, and especially the constructs that really are aligned with how we're thinking about it, or make just a ton of intuitive sense, even if we didn't think about it earlier, we move that to a confirmatory factor analysis where we can say, this is how we think these items group together. And then from there, that's our measurement model. We can sort of say, do we have a good sense of, like you were saying before, the mental model of the respondents and how they are thinking about these various items. And then we could see how they relate. And that's the structural equation model, is understanding the relationship between all the various measurements that you have in